Hi guys, we're going to talk about section 2.2 today, and 2.2 is all about the rectangular coordinate system and graphing lines. So most of these you actually probably already know, such as how to plot points, the quadrants, x and y axis, the standard form, ax plus by equal to c, how to graph a line in standard form, x-intercept, y-intercept. I think those are the ones that you should have a pretty firm grasp on. The only thing that we probably want to review is the distance formula and the midpoint. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and graph a line with the table. So we're going to start out with 2x plus 3y equal to 6. And I know a lot of times with students that when they try to graph and make a table, they go automatically 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that. Which it's okay, but you have to be very careful because depending on the equation, some of these numbers might get really messy. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we got. When x equal to 0, so 2 times 0 plus 3y equal to 6. That cancels out, so we know 3y equal to 6 and y equal to 2. Okay. Alright, and now if we let x equal to 1, so 2 times 1 plus 3y equal to 6. So 2 plus 3y equal to 6. This means 3y equal to 4 and y equal 4/3. And not as nice. Right? Fractions, graphing of fractions is kind of a pain in the butt, so not as nice. Let's try a different number. X equal to 2. So you get 4 plus 3y equal to 6. This time you get 3y equal to 2, and y is 2/3. Still kind of meh, right? Because then again we still have fractions. Okay. And now let's go ahead and plug in 3. 2 times 3 plus 3y equal to 6. You get 6 plus 3y equal to 6, and 3y equals 0. In this case, divide by 3, y equals 0. Okay, I'm going to pick these 2 points because these are nice points without fractions. Okay, so alright, so here we go. I'm going to pull out a graph. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. So here is my grid. So I'm going to draw my x's. Right, and we said we have, let me look at the table we have. We have 0, 2 and 3, 0. So to graph this, now I'm assuming each square is 1. So 0, 2 means right here. And 3, 0 means 1, 2, 3. Starting at the origin and 3 to the right. And all we gotta do is connect the lines. Okay, and then we are done. Alright. Okay, next question. You got 3x minus 2 plus 4y minus 1 equal negative 2. Let's kind of clean things up a little bit. So let's distribute. So we can kind of clean things up. Distribute. Can't spell today. 3x minus 6 plus 4y minus 4. So combine like terms, I get 3x plus 4y minus 6 minus 4 is minus 10 equal negative 2. So 3x plus 4y equals to, if you add 10 to both sides, 8. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we have. We can make a table again. Hopefully we get some nice numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. So when x equal to 0, right? So you get 3 times 0 plus 4y equal to 8. 4y equal to 8. And y is 2. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a decent start. What happens when the x equal to 1? You get 3 plus 4y equal to 8. So 4y equals 5. And y equal 5/4. Not as nice. Okay, let's see what happens when x equal to 2. So 3 times 2 plus 4y equal to 8. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 4y equal to 8. So 4y equal to 2, and y equals 2/4, which is 1/2. Still not as good. Alright, x equal to 3. So 3 times 3 plus 4y equal to 8. 3 times 3 is 9. So 4y equal -1, and y is -1/4. Man, this is not getting any better. Okay, last one. 3 times 4 plus 4y equal to 8. 12 plus 4y equal to 8. Minus 12 on both sides. 4y equal -4. Hey, this one turned out decent. Divide by 4, y equal -1. So I'm going to use these 2 points because these are nice integers. So 0, 2, 4, -1. So 0, 2 is right here. 4, -1 is starting at origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 4 to the right, 1 down. And connect the dot, and we'll be all set. Okay. Alright, so you can definitely graph the table. Just with the table, it's going to be, it can be a little difficult because some of the points don't turn out very nice. Okay, so the next set of questions, we're going to focus a little bit more specifically on the x and y intercept. So problem number 3. You have 2x plus 9y equal 18. And in this case, we're looking for the x and y intercept. So just remember, x-intercept means y equals 0, and y-intercept means x equals 0. Okay, because based on the drawing, the x-axis is the horizontal axis, and the point where the line crosses the x-axis, the y value is always 0. Same thing for y-intercept. It's 0, comma something. Okay? Alright. I'm going to make a table strictly using the zeros. Okay, and then we're going to solve for the missing value. So let's go ahead and solve for y. So 2 times 0 plus 9y equal 18. Okay. So in this case, you get 9y equal 18, so y equals 2. Now let's plug in 0 for y. So 2 times x plus 9 times 0 equal 18. So 2x equal 18 and x equal 9. Okay, so in this case, I happen to pick the right line. So we have 9, 0 here and 0, 2 here. Okay, but if this graph is not available to you, all you gotta do is just plot these 2 points onto the graph and connect the dots, and you'll be good. Okay. So you look kind of like this. Zero, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 0. And yes, I suck at drawing straight lines. Okay, I think there's a tool on my iPad that can allow me to draw straight lines, but I think this will do for now. As long as you label your points, I think it will be good. Okay, next. You have y equal 4 over 5x plus 8. Okay, so x and y intercepts only. So I'm gonna find the y value first. So let x equal 0. So y equal 4/5 times 0 plus 8. This whole thing is gone, so y equal 8. Now we're gonna let y equal 0. So 0 equal 4/5 x plus 8. Solve for x. Negative 8 equal 4 over 5x. And then we multiply both sides by 5 over 4. You get x equals negative 10. So we have negative 10, 0, and 0, 8. That means our graph is going to look like, oops, wrong graph. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's 0, 8. And we have a negative 10, 0. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we connect the dots. There we go. I think that's how you use a ruler, but anyways, I'll try again. Alright, so that's how you graph the line by finding the x and y intercept. Just remember, to graph a straight line, all you need is just 2 points. Then you connect the dot. Okay? Alright, so next. Graphing vertical and horizontal lines. So notice, there is no y value. Right? So which means if there's no y value presented in the equation, right? There's no y variable in the equation. That means you can pick whatever you want. So that means if I make a table, my x is always going to be 4, because that's what it told me. And I can pick any value I want for y. So say I'm just going to pick, how about 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can pick any y value you want. And if you graph it, notice, I'm just going to do a very rough hand sketch. 4, 0 is right here. 4, 1 means 4 to the right, 1 up. 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, right? We can keep going. And notice, when you connect those dots together, this is a vertical line through 4, 0. Okay. X equal to 4 is a vertical line. Right? If you make a table. We can do the same thing for part B, y equal -2. Right? There is no x. Which means pick any value you want. For x. So if you make a table, I know y is always -2, doesn't matter where you go. And you can pick any x value you want. So I'm going to pick 0, 1, 2, 3. And check this out. 0, -2 is right here. 1, -2 is just one more point to the right. 2, -2. 3, -2. And when you connect the dots, you have a horizontal line. Okay. If you have a y equal a number, right? Y equals strictly a number, that is going to be a horizontal line. If you have x equals strictly a number, that's going to be a vertical line. So keep that in mind and remember it. Okay. Sorry, taking a sip of my pop. Alright, number 5. So we're given endpoints of a line segment. Find the midpoint and the distance of the line segment. Okay. So, midpoint. The best way to think about midpoint is in the middle. Okay. So, question is, how do you find the middle, quote unquote, if I should say middle of the two numbers? How do you find the middle of the two numbers? Okay, pretty straightforward. You average them. Okay, you average them. This is the approach what we're going to do. The midpoint formula is this. You take, if you're given 2 points, x1, y1, x2, y2, the midpoint is given by this formula. You average the x values, and then you average the y values. Okay, and this right here is the midpoint. Right, you average the x and average the y. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, so for number 5, if you're given 2 points, -2 and 10, and a 0. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the x's together, and then divide by 2, and then add the y together, divided by 2. So I get 6 over 2, comma 10 over 2, or 3, comma 5. Okay, midpoint is straightforward. You just average the x and y values. So part B, same thing. 2, -3, and 3, -2. So we add them. So we add the x's together. 2 plus 3 over 2. So average the y together. -3 plus -2 over 2. This is gonna get you 5 over 2, comma -5 over 2. And this right here is the midpoint. Okay, midpoint is right in the middle. Alright, last one. Midpoints again. 6, comma -3, and -3, comma 2. So 6 plus -3 over 2, comma -3 plus 2 over 2. Oops. And this will be our endpoint. 6 plus -3 is 3 over 2. -3 plus 2 is -1 over 2. And then we're done. Okay. Alright, last question, the story problem. A person fill up her car's gas tank and then drive for a long time. Let X be the driving time since she filled up, and let Y be the number of gallons of gas in the car's tank. Assume the relationship between X and Y is described by the equation Y equal -2X plus 10. So what we're saying is gallons of gas equal -2 times hours driving plus 10. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and create a table first. So I'm going to make a table. Now in this case, because we're talking about actual hours for X, so 0 is about as small as we can go. You can't have negatives. Okay, you can't drive negative hours. This is not Back to the Future or Back to the Past, right? You can't have negative hours. So we're gonna start with 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna stop at 5, and you're gonna see exactly why pretty soon. If we plug in 0, right? We're going to get -2 times 0 plus 10, which is 10. If you plug in 1, you get -2 times 1 plus 10, which is -2 plus 10, which is 8. If you plug in 2, -2 times 2 plus 10, that's -4 plus 10, which is 6. And if you see a pattern, that you know that we're going to actually go down by 2 each time. So it will be 4, 2, and 0. Okay, and this is the reason why I can't go past 5, because while I'm at 5, I have 0 gallons. Okay, you can't go into negative gallons. Okay, negative gallons is not a good idea. Okay. Alright. So we can definitely graph this by plotting these points. And so let's go ahead and do that right now. So I want to make sure I got enough space actually. Alright, so we got 0, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 8. So 1 over. Start at origin, 1 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. and we get 2, 6. So it's origin again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 4, 2, and 5, 10. All right. Now, so that's our graph. Technically, yes, it's supposed to go through, but anything that goes through that does not make sense, right? We're strictly locate any meaningful information is strictly located in quadrant 1. Okay, quadrant 1, nothing else. Okay, number 2, we need to find the x and y intercepts, right? So, which means we're looking for these and this. Okay. Now remember, if x equal to 0, what you have is a y-intercept. If y equal to 0, what you have is an x-intercept. Okay? So, to answer the question, we're just going to go ahead and use the label that we have. Notice the label that I created earlier. Alright. So, and we just got to put it in words. So if you look at 0, 10, this is telling me drove 0 hours, 10 gallons left in tank. If you are looking for the x-intercept, what you end up having is you have negative 2 times 5 plus 10 equal 0. So this says if you drove 5 hours, you have no gas left. Okay. When you're dealing with story problems, the x and y intercepts, most of the time they'll have some kind of special meaning or some kind of initial condition. So keep that in mind. Okay, this is it for 2.2. For most part, it's probably a review for you. Any questions, find me on the forum. BB, shoot me an email, whsieh@grcc.edu or 616-234-4729. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully you guys will be ready for test pretty soon. Alright, bye.